Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for June 30th, 2020. We have finally made it through June. July should be a humdinger, as we say in the South. So batten down the hatches, here we go. But today being the last day of June, if you add all those numbers together, you get the number 13. If you add the 1 and the 3 together, you get the number 4. The 4 is the number of neutral mind. It is the number of negotiation, diplomacy, harmony, and balance. All that seem to be incredibly lacking at the moment. So I always say the only way to test to see if you're truly neutral is to put you in chaos, and here we are. So what will it take to get this world back into balance? What is clear is that it will take a tremendous amount of effort. That is because hate festers and is a virus itself that will not go away. Not unlike the COVID-19 virus we are presently experiencing. I notice how the emotional world impacts the physical world. And I notice that this toxic hate has been a thought virus for 4 years now, at least. And because of this world feeding into hate, that hate has now manifested into a real, live, bona fide, dangerous virus. Disease always attempts to make balance out of imbalance. When anything gets too far out of control, there is a system within nature called disease and illness to check it and bring it back into alignment. There are many, many mistakes that humanity has compiled on top of each other to manifest this particular terrible outcome. It is because global events do not take just one issue, but a multitude of issues in order to manifest this type of reality. And we are all co-creators in that reality. I believe that Mother Nature has been quite kind, considering how terrible humanity has been to this earth for centuries. I hope we get this message this time and take it to heart and make a change. The astrology today, changes in the air. Even though Mercury continues to be retrograde in Cancer until July 12th, but Venus has just ended her retrograde cycle and is starting to move forward again. July 4th and 5th brings the last eclipse in the last year of that. Oh God. Okay, if I can say this right. Okay, the eclipse cycle is ending in the Capricorn tangent cycle. The eclipse that's on July 4th and 5th is the last of that series, and it's been a 1.5 year long series of course corrections in the parameters of Capricorn and Cancer. And we won't see this again until 2027, but in all honesty, it won't be like this again because we won't have Pluto in Capricorn and Saturn in Capricorn, and we aren't going to have all these other heavy planets in there. So this one particularly is very nasty. Okay. So I got that out. So with so much very stuck and frozen in the bitter, dry, cold sign of Capricorn, it has been impossible to get anything to move. Now that Sirius Saturn is also ending its brief touch into the sign of Aquarius since late March, and now moves backwards into Capricorn until mid-December, that seriousness and density will also come back for one final lap in this frozen place. The intention is to help you finish up any old business since he moved into Capricorn in December of 2017. So this day is heating up astrologically. The Jupiter-Pluto conjunction gives you a determination and drive to make something happen. There is a minor conjunction between the Sun and Mercury, giving you a window into your past and how that past colors your visual lens and the way you figure out things from your logical mind. Notice I did not say rational mind. The distinction is important right now. There are many that present logic only to discover that their logic is not rational. And this is a huge problem at the moment. There are many ideas being birthed, but remember, they are not in a stage where they can be mature enough to have staying power. There is much testing that needs to be done and strengthen each idea until it proves its worth in this reality. Those that stand the test of time will hold great significance in the future. There are so many facts out there that it is confusing to small and immature minds. They want things to be clear, but so much is intending to distort the truth and confuse minds. What is clear is that you do not need all the facts to get to a conclusion for the greater good. That is actually not a hard choice, to do what is for the greater good. Mental arguments are intended to make you unsure and hesitate. The bottom line to all choices should be, does it protect and defend others? Does it promote kindness and understanding? Does it help those in worse situations than you? Are you serious about making the world a better place? Those are the only important questions. Do not let the negativity and criticism of others hamper your obvious choice. With the moon in Scorpio, you are looking deeper than ever before. You can see the layers hidden of this world, even if you know not what they are exactly. Get ready. It's going to be a very bumpy week. Now, I want to say right here, that there is so much more crazy astrology going on for July. There's so much that the way I'm trying to do this for everybody is to try and not throw this asteroid and that asteroid and all this stuff at you that sounds like gobbledygook to most people that are not like seriously into astrology. But just trust me on this. This is about to get really bad for a multitude of reasons. I could prove it if I need to. I don't want to prove it because I don't want to put more energy into supporting the negative. What I'm trying to do in dealing with the astrology and the numerology with you guys is to get you to look, be observant, pay attention, notice, protect yourself, do what's right and kind, not what your beliefs say to do, but do what is right and kind and help others. Because we need each other, and we're about to need each other a whole bunch more. So this astrology for the next 6 months, I'm just telling you, and I'm not trying to put the negative out, but it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be fun. And so I believe you can deal with negative circumstances with an incredibly positive mind, but a realistic sense. And so I don't want to fluff over anything. I am not going to fluff over anything. Just like you've seen me, I don't fluff over stuff. But I think that you can still see beauty in terrible situations and events. You can know that those terrible situations and events are coming in order to create drastic change on a global level. It sometimes takes that before a big shift happens. That's about to happen. So I told you, just so you know, I told you, and I don't need to go into details, though I have lots of thoughts on those details. Okay, so my quote for today. The crown tells you the rebel is bad. The divine hopes that you are going to rebel. Tyranny will eventually bring people together. The right thing is going to be hard to determine in this insane world. Regardless, you are being called to do something. Okay, my blog for today. Everything right now points to the fact that it is in the little things that over time are going to give you the strength that you need. Patience is going to be tested to a new level that you have never experienced over the next 6 months. I have repeatedly warned, and now we are here. Things are about to get bad in a way that you probably never expected to see in America. One level, we are going to go into a full lockdown probably shortly again, and then probably again in November, though the October one almost looks more like a government-imposed sort of martial law, which I find interesting as it's so close to the election. So expect the rules to get really strict, and danger is lurking around all sorts of corners. Anarchy is trying to rear its little head, and anarchy has a lot of forms, definitions, and way people label it. Okay, so business as we know it is going to massively change. I've been saying this for a while. Corporations are going to recognize that they do not need business buildings that everyone comes to. They can and will budget that when people work from home, the corporations will save a bundle of money and stress. Good news for those with jobs that operate within those parameters. Bad news for everyone else. July brings with it a new degree of conflict. I know that many thought I was not serious about all this, but once again I am. The trick is to not be afraid, but to recognize the truth of this moment. There is a huge amount of energy manifesting to get us to change, and we are at the edge of what really makes sense. You are going to have to do a double check to see if you have your seatbelt on and tightened, because we are on a roller coaster and everything is about to go down. Hugely down. Life-changingly down. So I hope you are ready and have the tools internally and externally to weather the storm. So once again, do not collapse into fear. It's not going to serve anything, and it's only going to fuel like the negative versions of anarchy. Yes, we need to rebel. Yes, we can rebel in ways that are conscious, calm, constructive, forceful, determined, driven, and honorable. I believe that that's possible. So, spoken like the little metal rat that I am. So, there you have it. Thanks you guys for listening. I do appreciate it. I know sometimes, even my own friends, they say, Suzanne, sometimes I just can't even listen to you. And I just sort of chuckle. I apologize. I'm trying to be the canary in the coal mine. Okay, take care. Bye.